We back. No debating with Danny Myers. I'm here with 1/4 of the Horsemen.
You're
Dog, listen, bro. Your career, I've seen you rise from like this upstart, like Christian, like the Christian battler. That was the tag at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
To being just this phenomenal rapper who has developed an insane pen along. Because I remember at first it was like, yo, this is the next star. He's got the star power. He's got the the charisma and the flow that's cold, right?
Yeah.
He has all these attributes, but they wasn't really giving you the props. Cause I mean, you was cooking people too.
Yeah.
It was like you're beating people with a pen the whole time, but that wasn't what they was focusing on. But I'm thinking now, I just saw your name on like one of the best writers lists in the world type shit. I just seen that on Twitter. We got Loso.
Man? That's love, bro. That's love.
Right.
I think too, like coming up, it was like I was winning these like battles that were against like obviously dudes I was coming up against like Bad News and then even B Dot, you know what I'm saying? So where it was more like with B Dot, it was a conversation, right? Bad News, it was like this like grudge match. So people were like loving the battle and not really breaking down, yo, what tools is he using to win these battles? You know what I'm saying? So we didn't really know how to classify what I was doing. But I kind of always, I'll be honest though, even when I watched like that past stuff though, bro, I didn't really, I could be honest and say I wasn't really so much focused on the writing aspect until, man, maybe like 2018. Like once I debuted on Gnome, I started like really caring about like my setups and stuff like that. Before it was just like, let me get to this big punch, let me get to this big bar, like this big haymaker or whatnot. But then when I started like what happened, really, I'll tell you what happened. I started battling on KOTD. Cause on Bullpen, they was just loving everything I did. But when I got on KOTD and I was battling Gyms, Moneybags, and then, you know, obviously doing RBE too, I started getting critiqued by the white fan base. Like, and they were like, they had all the best or I won't say the best writers, but they had intricate writers over there that were like, yo, Loso, your setups are bad. And I thought they were just hating. But I really sat back and I was like, nah, you know what? They actually were like, I gotta pay a little more attention to how I set my punches up and what am I doing on my way to my punch and all that stuff.
I had to do that over the years too. I used to get crucified.
Yeah, and then I was like, all right, bet. But they were doing it to just like slam me, like just to like, you know, slander me or whatnot. Because I was doing so many views and I was doing well. I was winning so many battles. But while they were doing that though, it was actually making me go back to the lab. And so once I was able to refine my pen and kind of like the tools that I was using to kind of like, you know, obviously put together great rounds, I felt like, yo, all right, let's go ahead and do this now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Christian battler. How did that tag get applied to you? Where does that come from?
What's crazy is that, I didn't know Ward or Saga before battle rap. I knew Street Hymns before battle rap.
Okay.
Me and Street had he actually came to Tampa, and he was friends with some guys that I knew in Tampa and whatnot. And what's crazy is that we ended up joining like this 16 bar challenge, which is like a tournament. It's not a battle, but you give your hottest verse. So I will rap my verse and then Street Hymns will rap his verse. And the judges would be like, yo, we think you had the better verse. And so I won.
So wait, where was this at?
It's in Chicago. It was it was called Rapzilla, and they like, you could have submitted anything or whatnot, and you could have submitted a verse. What's crazy is Ward at that time had submitted a verse and he didn't get chosen. And it was just crazy to think about it. Ward didn't get chosen, but me and Street Hymns got chosen for it. We went. It
wasn't good enough back then, Ward.
He talks about that all the time. And so me and Street went up there. And but you know, it was like 10 people that finally got chosen, but I ended up winning it. And so, what I said,
like any kind of verse, like just rap, like just spit some bars type shit.
Yeah, like it wasn't even directed because you didn't know who you were going against.
So it was a battle. It was a battle.
Yeah. They called it one, but But it wasn't like I had any bars catered towards street. It was
Right,
just like spit your hottest verse.
Right.
And but the problem is that I was already a battle rap student at that time.
Okay.
So when you hear everybody else's verse, they're rapping like a hot verse from like, cause this is acapella.
Right.
And Jen was actually a judge.
Oh, that's
Jen,
fire.
yeah. And I don't know if you noticed, but Jen, after that event, once I win the whole thing, he pulls me aside. He's like, yo, have you ever thought about battle rapping? I was like, nah, bro, I could never do that. Because he knew, because the way I was structuring my acapella verses were like, it's because Young Ill was a guy I loved. So
that's
so I was like, I was trying, so people just knew like, yo, whoever this guy is up here, he's structuring his rounds like a battle, but structuring his verses. So Jen came up to me and was like, yo, you should battle rap. Now, I bring up me not knowing. So you have to think about, Ward was a Christian, Saga was a Christian, but I was just a Christian.
That nigga said, I never said I was a Christian. Nah, I'm just playing with you.
No, I was a Christian, but my thing is like, it wasn't like we were already doing this. So when it came out, my first battle, before my first battle, they were on my Facebook, and obviously, you know, I'm being bold about my faith. You know what I'm saying? Like but it's not me trying to. I remember they you know, people try to say like, oh, it's a gimmick. I'm like, yo, this is just who I am.
Right.
I love God. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And now, granted, a lot of people would be like, well, I love God, but I don't have to yada yada. I was like, that's cool. That's you. That's you. But my relationship with God, I wanted to express that. I just wanted to express, like, same way like you, like Danny, you wake up. Yeah. And you look out the window, you just like, man, you know what? I'm gonna just talk about, you know, my kids or something that's going on in my neighborhood, whatnot. For me, like God had changed my life, and so because I didn't grow up in church and that, so it was just a natural thing. It wasn't like a thing that I felt like I needed to do. It wasn't like in church, my pastor was like whipping me. He's like, you better rap about Jesus and that. Like, it was just like, nah. I was like, yo, I woke up, I liked rap, I love battle rap, and so I was like. Yo, when I battle rap or when I write these rounds or when I write verses, I was gonna write verses that I was like, yo, I want to talk about what God did in my life. So on Facebook, obviously, I'm saying that, and I think I had did a verse, did like this 10-minute verse, bro. And I tried out for this battle league, and they were just like, yo, where the hell have you been at? but my opponent, my first opponent ever, obviously he sees that, so cool. He comes out and he sees that. And
he attacks you with that.
But what he does, Snake, but I mean he's a good guy. He actually hits me up on the side and was like, "Yo, do you want to put up a friendly wager?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know what? Let's do that." Because I was like, I saw him and I was like,
I'm gonna smoke him.
Even though he was the highest prospect going into this league.
Okay.
And so he asked me to bet like $500. I said, "Okay, bet." And in his second round, he angled it. He was like, "You're not supposed to be gambling. You a man of God."
Oh,
so boom. So he does that, right? So
the setup.
Yeah. Now, granted, I ended up winning. You know what I'm saying? I ended up taking his money.
You still won.
Still, I won. I won that bad, right? Now, granted, what ends up happening is he does that angle, and then now my second opponent does that same angle.
and then after that,
it was just like, okay, it's not like I ever came out and was like, hey guys, I'm a Christian rapper, right? It was more so like, all right, cool, yeah, I am, and I'm not gonna shy away from it. And if you guys even use that on me, it is what it is. But when he did that, it just stuck. And so ever since then, you know, but even in conversation, I would just talk to this person, whether, you know, people come up to me and ask me for prayer and stuff like that. So
oh man, man, listen, I'm really respected, and it's a great thing to really just stand by your faith, and despite being in this rough environment of battle rap, like, because you know, it's actually presents more of a challenge because you can't really curse. Is there so much like,
right? There's a lot of
so much stuff that you can't even really get into because then people will be like, oh yeah, you're a hypocrite. You're contradicting.
Bro, you know who told me that? Drugs told me that a while back. He goes, man, bro, he says, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how y'all do it. He said, like, because y'all are handicapped. Disaster came up to me early on in my career. He said, yo, that's gonna be a free angle for the rest of your life. You gotta think about it. Like tonight, right? Like, I'm standing there and I'm catering all my material towards my opponent, and he's up there rocking the room with, you know why Jesus is black? And I just gotta stand there and I'm like, yo, why is and I wanna look at the crowd like, yo, why is this working for y'all? Why is it working? Why is it going against me?
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Why it worked is because he said that in a room full of black people. So black people just be wanting to they connect with that. They say, hey, yeah, okay, Jesus is black. Cause at that point he's not talking to you. It like that has nothing to do with you.
But why is it working? Just because
it's part of entertainment.
T-Top's gonna say, but it wouldn't have worked against you, right? Nah, it wouldn't have worked against you.
No, it wouldn't have. No,
because they would have been like, okay, like what's bad? But for me,
right,
they take it as like,
yeah,
oh, it's like this. We're the only ones where rhetorical questions turn into haymakers, and I say that to say this: as soon as they go up there and they say, "Where was God? Where's such and such?" You're not really looking for an answer, but it's a haymaker now. So he's like, "Where was God when my mom died?" Oh, and it's like,
yeah.
Wait, why are y'all cheering for that? You know what I'm saying? Am I God? Or am I like what do you want me to do? Or even the Jesus Black thing tonight, I'm just like, what do you want me to do with that? You know what I'm saying? I'm catering all the stuff for this first. But Disaster said that, and then Drugs told me, he says, bro, like y'all are handicapped. He says, I don't know how y'all do it. Because Drugs like, yo, I can't even fathom my mind trying to ride around and be competitive, let alone win a battle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You guys are out here winning battles.
And it's not like we just out here just battling. Like, it's like, nah, oh, snap, you got War. Oh, snap, you got Loso. Oh, snap, you got such a, you know what I'm saying? It's
right.
Like they know, so.
Okay, real quick. So, where are you from?
Originally from Queens, New York. A lot of people don't know that. Originally from New York. I lived there till I was 10 years old. But Mom moved down to Tampa, Florida. And then the reason why I claimed Tampa, though, is just that's where I went to school. That's where I learned how to rap.
So much stuff, right?
Yeah, that's everything. Like life is there. So like to me, I was Tampa raised. You know what I'm saying? Listening to hip hop, all that stuff, battle rap. I was interested in battle rap out there. So that's why I never claimed like New York or nothing. Tampa's my home. Tampa's like what raised me and stuff.
The top 3 artists from Tampa. Not battle rappers, just music artists. Talk to me about their music scene.
Yeah, number 1 is a guy named Tom G. He's been doing it since I was like, since I was like in high school. You know what I'm saying?
Tom G?
Yeah, his name is Tom G.
You met him?
Yeah. He's a big fan of me too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
dope. He's definitely a dude. And then I would say after that, the next 2, like you could kind of like toss. It's like a bunch of artists out in Tampa.
Well, this is your opinion, so it really don't matter.
Yeah. I mean, like I would probably say like my man Chris Streets, who's from New York, but he's in Tampa or whatnot. He's the best thing. And then another one, I would probably say a guy named Marvelous, which is marvelous, but Marvelous though, he's dope too. So, but Tampa got a lot of different, you know what I'm saying? It has that southern sound too. But those guys, for me, I rock with them a lot too. But the thing about Tampa though, is really difficult for them. We don't have an artist that broke through. You know, Miami has artists like that.
It's probably this is like why I'm asking you.
It's like that. Tampa really doesn't have an artist that broke through. So when you look at the Tampa music scene, I could have flipped the coin and said, oh yeah, this guy's the hottest, this guy, and you probably asked a bunch of different people, but it just never had. We just never had that success for that artist. That's why to me, a lot of people would be like, yo, Loso, you're one of the biggest, whether it's around like rap. Like, you're one of the biggest rap artists to ever come out of Tampa because of battle rap. You know what I'm saying? We got Deuce out there, we got Craig Lamar, but they've never reached the levels or the stages I've been on, or even had the consistency. I'm not like that. So
absolutely. Describe Tampa life.
Man,
what if I move to Tampa? What do I need to look out for? What do I need to avoid? I guess it's kind of like any other city, right?
So just know, like, the end of July.
Where's the fun at? Where's the fun at? Where's the good food? Where are the ladies at?
Well, first, just know if you move to Tampa, it's Florida in general, the end of July to like maybe like the top of like, or the end, the end of July to September, you got to deal with hurricanes.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yikes!
I love the weather though in Tampa. Like every other time, like the weather's perfect.
Never mind.
But hurricanes.
Never mind.
But hurricanes.
I'll stay where I'm at.
Yeah, but hurricanes has got something. But I'll take I tell people all the time, I'll take hurricane season over the cold any day. Personally.
I don't know about that.
Nah, bro, I'll take the hurricane.
You know, and the cold is like my number one natural enemy. I hate the cold. But
in LA,
a hurricane?
In LA, y'all got earthquakes, right?
I just rapped about that tonight with Charlie Clips.
So I'm just like,
we got earthquakes, but I'd rather deal with an earthquake than
I'd rather deal with hurricane than earthquakes, bro. I could prepare for that. And
you can prepare for an earthquake?
I said I could prepare for a hurricane.
Oh, you can prepare because they tell you that when it's about to make landfall and all that.
And so you got that, but then Tampa though,
where the food?
Man, we got
what's y'all local dish?
We don't have. I don't
think we
have
one.
You know what? I asked somebody. I said, "Yo, if somebody came to Tampa and was like, yo, man, take me somewhere to eat. That's Tampa." I was like, where would we take them? Now, there's a restaurant called Salt Shack that I feel like kind of epitomizes Tampa. It's right across. It's right by the water.
Tampa flavor.
You know what I'm saying? It's real dope and whatnot. But you know, there's a lot of sports bars out there. Ybor City is like our. I would say it's like our New Orleans strip.
I got you.
Per se.
I got
like
you.
A lot of bars out there. You can bar hop. You know, there's different festivals and parades throughout the year where it kind of mimics Mardi Gras a little bit. Not as crazy. But you know, if you out in Tampa though, if you got money, right? Like those guys
like
got
you.
money.
If we got money like you.
Like you'll be on the water a lot if that's your thing. Like because beaches are heavy out there. You want to go on the beaches.
Wow.
You want to go on boats and go
Sounds
fishing
fun.
like that. Yeah, so but you know, I mean, other than that, like I said, the weather's just great. It's a dope place to start a business. I tell people a lot because it's a growing city. Even now, I think Zillow, you know, they got the housing market. They ranked Tampa #1 in the country.
Wow.
For that. And so, it's also the #1 city for inflation. It's also the #1 city for I forgot what. And we also trumped Miami as the #1 city in Florida. And so, you know, regardless, even though Miami and Orlando and all might be more popular, but Tampa is technically the #1 city right now. And so it's just growing, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely grown since I've been there as a jit, obviously to now, like it's just growing. So
let me see. What are some of the things you do outside of battle rap? I know you was on a tour.
Yeah, man. So I me, Street Hymns, A Ward, and a couple of other poets, we were able to put together. There was a guy who already put it together, and he asked us to join. It was called Poets in Autumn, and so that's just a dope experience, man. But you know, and we wrote poems about mental health.
Oh, that's
we
fire.
wrote poems about motherhood. I think Street Hymns did one on narcissism.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was real dope. And so we're getting to go ahead and travel the country and showcase this stuff. And there's a market for that, bro. Like, you don't know, but like, there's like this, like, especially for that Poets in Autumn brand, it felt like it was like the black, like, I want to say maybe around like 20-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? Even going into 30, like, that was like the market for them, and they would come out. A lot of women.
So you guys had all these ladies coming to the room.
Actually, we was on a bus. We was on a bus. So like,
even better. Look, all these Christian guys had all of the groupies.
T-Top's like, yeah.
Got a new angle.
Nah, but they was. I'm saying, but they're like the main target audience or whatnot. So it was dope.
Okay.
Being in front and then meeting them, and then them kind of even trusting us because they didn't know. A lot of them didn't know us, even though we're known to battle rap. Even though battle rap fans were coming out, a lot of the fans that were coming out were just fans of poetry. So it's like their first time hearing us, and then they're so used to a type of poetry. But when they hear us, they're hearing bars. They're hearing like us moving on stage like we're battling, man. You're all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's fire.
So they're being introduced to like, yo, we've never seen this type of spoken word before. So that was real dope. You know, I'm also I travel and I get like I'm going to I'm doing this Latin conference where in Philadelphia is a big Latin community. We kind of just help them economically and
fire.
The
so much stuff you do.
Yeah,
like
so I go out there and I speak to them, and then I perform for them too. You know what I'm saying? I do a conference. I'm actually doing like a 5-part series, like a spoken word a cappella thing, basically just about like.
And where will people be able to like find this information? First
of
all,
I say follow my Instagram.
What is your Instagram?
Everything Loso. So I would tell people just follow me on there. I always post what I'm doing. I try to do a really good job at documenting where I'm at and what I got going on. So flyers on my page, that's really what you see, flyers and stuff like that. But so I'll be there in April. But it's a bunch of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I get some concerts. Like me and Ace Amin, we getting a spinoff show.
Oh wow!
Because we had featured in the Gray Area. For EK, but EK now has a shout out to Emerson Kennedy and what they doing over there with Last Second C. But they got
absolutely shout out to EK.
They got me and Ace doing our own show now, so we're gonna have 8 episodes of the janky lawyer type of thing. So
that show was hilarious,
and it's just something else.
You guys are pretty good actors.
Yeah, and it's just dope because it's just extra content out there in the world that's not battle rap. So people can see it and be like, yo, you know what? I've never seen them in that setting, and so I'm excited for that too. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully those bring up about more opportunities.
Real quick before I get out of here, name 3 battles that you haven't done that you want to do, and name 2 battles that you're not sure if you can win them. 3 that you haven't done, but you want. Like the T-Top joint was one that everybody wanted to see for a while, man. I know it's like a big relief to get, okay, I got this one. I haven't even battled T-Top. You got T-Top before me, bro. Your
3 battles that I want that I haven't done.
Yeah, 3 of them.
I would say K-Shine.
And don't say Danny Myers, because I'm not battling you.
Definitely K-Shine. I'll say K-Shine.
Okay.
I would say
can you beat Shine?
Yeah, I feel like I could beat anybody. Disaster is another one. I would say K-Shine Disaster.
Oh, I like that one.
And I
like you and Diz, especially that one.
Yep. And I would say another one would be... Man, this is more like a dream battle because it probably would never happen. But
never say never.
But Hitman Holla though, man. Like I feel like I would love to.
What's the thinking into that battle? Is it what performance? Is it I just want to
So I think Hitman he's really tough to beat, right? Like you don't really have too many people who can walk around saying, yo, I cleared Hitman 1.
Absolutely.
He's super consistent. He's transcended battle rap, and I respect him so much because he still comes back to the culture and gives us 100%. It's not like these other guys that left the culture and come back and then, half-assed it or whatnot. Like Hitman is, to me, he's like a true professional. Whether or not you feel like he lacks in the writing department, I say he makes up for it in obviously performance, professionalism, and just like his willingness to kind of win. I think he's the Rock. I think he's the Rock of battle rap. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think he is. And so, those 3 I would say. And then 2 battles
that you don't know if you can win. And 2 battles you might lose.
I don't know if I feel that way. I don't know if there's anybody. And that's not even trying to be kind. I don't know if I'm like looking at somebody and I'm saying to myself, man, I don't know what I would.
Okay, well, I'll give you the battles.
I'll
give you the battles. I'll just name a couple people. Can you beat Daylight? I mean, not Daylight. No, not Daylight.
I say I beat Daylight.
Take that.
Judged.
Let me take that back. I saw it. I don't know. He's always like the first person that comes to my mind, so that was just automatic. Solomon.
But that'll be a good battle. Man, I wish, you know what? I almost want to put him in that category of like, I want a battle. So, yes.
Have you battled Liddy already?
Nah, we're supposed to be locking in this year.
Can you beat Nitty?
I can. That would be a really tough battle because he's such a fan favorite, bro. And, you know, he's just punching his head, you know, punching your head off. And so I would be curious. So those are actually two good names off the bat right there that I think if I were to name any two battles, those would be two battles that it would take me a long time to figure out what's the game plan against these guys.
How about Soul?
From London?
Yeah.
Yes.
Soul fire, bro.
Soul's fire, but I'll beat him.
He said, I'm trying to save your soul, right? Ain't that what you done?
Exactly, bro. I'll beat
Okay. Head Ice.
Yes.
Ooh, come on, Wolf.
I like Wolf. I'll beat him, though.
All right, talk your shit. Talk your shit. Let me see somebody that's pretty. What about Young Ill?
So it was crazy. You get an exclusive. I just got a phone call for Young Ill. Just got a phone call from Ill.
Do you believe in a parallel universe?
And they want to do it in Atlanta.
Wow.
So I told him, I said, bet, let's lock it in. And Ill to me is, you know, he's one of the guys that I was studying.
Same here.
I was like, yo, man, like he was one of the first battlers that I felt he was like really rapping. Like, and I'm not even talking about bars. Like I was
amazing.
Like, yo, he was jumping in and out of like internal rhyme
patterns, right.
And then rhyming the word. And then I was like, that's so dope. I said, like, yo, are y'all listening to this guy right now? So clear, the delivery, all that stuff. And so he would be such a bucket list battle for me.
Okay. What is what stage have you touched? You've been on the Gnomes, right? Have you done Summer Madness?
I haven't done Summer Madness yet.
Okay, all right.
I've done blackouts. I've done massacres. I've done.
Oh man, you've been all over the world, literally.
I've done every big. I've done every big. No, there isn't one league where I haven't battled on their main cards.
Wow.
Yeah, I did it all. You know what I'm saying? And then 2018, I was doing. 2018, I did every league's main card.
How fast did it take you to get here? Because I mean, you got here pretty once we got wind of you and started seeing you, was like, yo, who is this dude?
I would say
what?
I would say 1 year. Yeah, think about it. 2016 was like my rookie year. In 2017, I made every battle rap list. I made Champions first ever list.
That's crazy.
I made the Sources first ever list.
Wow. In a year, right? Talk this shit.
Yeah, think about it. Then that 2017 year, I had my Bad News battle, right? Which was like it was around the culture. It was talked about, and we main evented Bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
The year before, right, was like my rookie year. But that rookie year, they gave me DNA, and I beat DNA my rookie year in 2016.
Wow.
2017, I battled Bad News. Then I get on Blackout. KOTD hits me up, and so I debut on Blackout over there. Then after that, I end up battling other people too, but I end up ending the year off with B-Dot, and me and B-Dot had one of the biggest battles that year.
Absolutely. Hey,
and that was on the card. That was on the card with Chilla, John, all that stuff, and we sold that. And it lived up to the hype and stuff like that.
Say, brother, you were phenomenal, man.
Yeah, so I would say 1 year, man.
You phenomenal.
Man, appreciate that, bro.
You really one of them, man. If they call me for you, I'm saying no.
Yeah, likewise.
Can you beat the bar guy?
Yeah, but I tell you, every time I tell you that, I say like
the man of God,
we gotta see
beat the God
first.
of bars.
We gotta see Saga.
We ain't talk about Saga right now. I said, can you beat Danny Myers? Nah.
Bro, you be a tough. I'll say this, Danny. What makes you such a difficult battler is obviously you can rebuttal. But to me, one of your best attributes is your relentlessness. Like, it's like an onslaught of just that's hey, I'm coming.
Yeah,
like you coming at me, like you coming at me and like, whoever it is, like whether it's whatever battler that's like attacking you, we all have our thing, right? It's like, yo, you have to withstand this, you have to withstand that.
Right.
But your thing is like this relentlessness that's like, and bro, I'm gonna be real. Bad News today told me, he said, yo, Los, I'm gonna be real. And this is, bro, everything, bro. He said this, and I'm putting it on camera because Bad News could even watch this and be like, nah, I didn't say that, or I did say this. But he told me, he said, Loso, that's one battler right there I don't know if I could beat. And he said, I said, who you talking about? He said, Danny. He said, bro, he said, if they call me for Danny, I don't know what I would do. And I said,
shout
hey,
out,
I feel that.
to my brother.
And he told me that because, and I said, I bet you I know what it is. It's relentlessness. He goes, yeah, bro. And you know, News has stood in front of killers. News has been in front of killers, bro. But he said that, but that goes to show you, like, you know, even somebody as seasoned and as such a warrior as News, he's even saying that about you. But that would be why it would be difficult. You know what I'm saying? I think people go in there just trying to think like, oh, I could go ahead and maybe, like, you know, go toe to toe with him in bars or do this or do that. But it's like, if you get 100% Danny, you in for a long night. And you got to be ready. You got to be able to withstand all of that.
Yeah.
So,
you know, I can rap a little bit. I can rap a little bit, man. One last thing, man. Colombia. Okay, who's from Colombia?
My father. He was before he passed away.
From Colombia. Rest in peace.
But my family's out there, though.
Family? How much family?
You know, my dad's side out there.
And you go there how often?
I pretty much go there every year. Yep.
All right, so, you know, I've never been there, but I've seen the videos and it's beautiful country. And then there's all the ladies, the Colombian ladies, man. So I need you to take me out there. Just take me on a tour. Take me to where the ladies is
at. And I would say this too, bro. It has a bad rep sometimes because whenever I tell people, they always say like, oh, I don't want to get robbed or I don't want to do. I was like, bro, like, as long as you with people that's from there and you not out there just acting stupid, like flying, it's everywhere. You ain't gonna walk into LA the same way too.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, my thing is like in Colombia, you know what I'm saying? Just like, bro, it's a beautiful place. You're gonna enjoy it, bro. And yeah, man, I think anybody who wants to like travel and go to like another country and really enjoy food, culture, all that stuff, Colombia has to be at the top of the list.
Oh my God. You gotta take me out there, man.
You'll love it, bro. Yeah, let's do it.
Like, then he came back with 10 more kids.
Yeah, that's definitely the case.
Sure, it's all Loso's fault.
Yeah.
He the one was hooking me up with all the girls. Nah, but thank you, bro. What's next? What's next for you? Give him.
When is this dropping?
Tomorrow. Give them two of your next moves, man.
So this weekend I'm battling Real Deal. I'm right after this, bro. 3 rounds, Real Deal on the past state card.
What? Damn, really?
Right.
Wait a minute, you just battled.
I just got off the stage with
T-Top.
I'm about to go to my hotel room right now and write these Real Deal rounds, bro. 3 rounds.
Wow, and they call me the machine, bro. You
about to go battle Real Deal after that.
Out of the country too. It's in Toronto.
After that, you know, we locking in with Miss Hustle on Bullpen, and then
you got nothing but smoke in front of you.
And then Mac Myron, you know what I'm saying? We got Mac Myron on URL.
What?
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. So we got those, and then you know, I just wanna do well in this first quarter with these battles.
So make that top 10 champion of the year list again.
Definitely, but it's more so because I want to battle, because, you know, Rock's outside and he's willing to battle anybody, but I don't want it to look like, oh, he's doing such and such a favor. Like, I want it to be like, yo, he's killing, like, go ahead and lock in. So I want me and Rock to lock in, me and Nitty to lock in, and so I think it'll be a crazy year, you know what I'm saying, if we go ahead and get those battles done. And so got that, you know, and just trying to prepare.
Gosh, man, look, Rock, Real Deal, Hustle, a potential battle with Nitty. You are a dead man walking. Sign me out,
nice
man.
knowing you, bro.
Yeah, nice knowing you.
You know what it is,
no
man.
debating.
Hey, yo, no debating. This your favorite battle rapper's favorite battle rapper, man. It's your boy Loso, 1-4 for that IV, Tampa, Florida, Bullpen Battle League. You know where to find, man. The greatest Latino battle rapper of all time.
All right.
Right here. I'm joking. Shout out my boy Cortez. But I'm here, though. We here, man. Shout out.
I was going to get Oxino.
Oh, yeah. He can get smoked, too.
All right. Talk that shit. Peace.
Yeah.